So students, last week we had started our chapter thermodynamics, in which we had completed various topics which included the various terms which are used in thermodynamics, which included uh, system and surroundings, your macroscopic properties which had uh, extensive properties and intensive properties, and also we had studied about the various processes which included isothermal process, isochoric process, isobaric process, adiabatic process, reversible process, cyclic process, and irreversible process. Okay, these topics we have completed. Now moving forward with our chapter, that is your thermodynamics. Let's start with a new topic, which is your first law of thermodynamics. This is important also. Okay students, this is a very important topic of this chapter, first law of thermodynamics. Okay, so students, basically the total energy of the universe is present either as in the form of kinetic energy or in the form of your potential energy. Okay, and also during any physical or chemical change, the energy may be conserved, converted from one form to another form. Okay, for example, when we store a water in a dam, then at that time the water possesses potential energy, okay, by the virtue of its height. And when this water is allowed to fall, then its potential energy changes into the kinetic energy. So due to its kinetic energy, the falling water rotates the turbine, and this kinetic energy then produces the electricity. Okay, so thus we can say that in this case, which I gave you the example of the water stored in the dam, in this case the potential energy is being converted into the kinetic energy, and which is in turn produces the electrical energy. Okay, so it means that energy can be converted from one form to another form. Okay, so basically the first law of the thermodynamics is based on the law of conservation of energy, and it states that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed although it can be converted from one form into another. Okay, so this is the statement for the first law of thermodynamics, that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, although it can be converted from one form into another. Okay, so it means that throughout any process, which is a chemical process or physical process, the energy of the whole system remains conserved. Okay, so it means that the total energy of the universe always remains constant, and the energy of the system that is isolated from its surroundings is also constant. Okay, so let's see the mathematical expression for this first law of thermodynamics. Okay, so the mathematical expression for this. Okay, so students, let's consider a system whose internal energy is U1. Okay, so U1 is the internal energy of the system. Okay, and now if the system absorbs Q amount of heat, okay, this Q is your heat. Okay, so we assume that the internal energy of the system is U1, and the heat absorbed by the system is Q. Okay, so it absorbs Q amount of heat, then in that case the internal energy of the system increases, and means that if it absorbs q amount of heat, then the internal energy of the system will increase, and it will become equal to u1 plus q. Okay, so we assume that w is your work done, small w is the work done on the system. Okay, so we assume that this w is the work done on the system. Then in that case the internal energy further increases and becomes u2. Okay, so after doing work on the system, we assume that the internal energy increases and it changes to u2. Okay, so thus in that case you can say that u2 will be equal to the initial internal energy, which was increased by heat, and also after increasing it by work done, it becomes u1 plus q plus w. Means we are increasing the internal energy up to u2 by doing some work. Okay, so in that case we will get this equation. Okay, so when we will rearrange this equation, then we will get u2 minus u1 is equal to q plus w. Okay, so that is, you can say that the change in internal energy is equal to heat added to the system plus the work done on the system. Okay, so it means that this internal energy change, this is your internal energy change. Okay, this is your final energy, this is your initial energy. Okay, so this is the internal energy change. It is equal to the heat added to the system. This is the heat which the system is absorbing. So heat added to the system and the work done on the system. Okay, and this w is the work done on the system. Okay, so this, it means that you can write it in this way also. Okay, so the above relationship is a mathematical statement of this first law of thermodynamics. This above relationship is the mathematical expression of it. And if a system does work on the surrounding, its initial energy then in that case decreases. Means if the work is done by the system, it is not done on the system. If the work is done by the system, then in that case the internal energy decreases and it becomes minus w when work is done by the system. Okay, when work is done by the system, then in that case it becomes minus w, and in that case q is the amount of heat added to the system, and in that case the internal energy will become delta u, which will be equal to q minus w. Okay, so this is the case when the work is done by the system. Okay, so this is the case when work is done on the system, means this delta u or the internal energy change will be equal to q plus w when the work is done on the system. And if the work is done by the system, then in that case delta u will be equal to q minus w when the work is done by the system. Okay, so this is the relationship between the internal energy and the work done and the heat, and this is the basic mathematical expression for this first law of thermodynamics. Okay.